The time has come for you to deep fry for your life.
Oh my goodness, this is a very well-seasoned pot. It has seen some things.
It's been places.
How many drag queens have you put in this thing?
It's cooking
How
with
many?
drag queens.
Okay.
Not cooking
Who was
drag
it?
queen.
I know you want it. You wanna take a leap and jump in. You wanna fall in love.
Cooking with Drag Queens is made possible because of fabulous people just like you. Thank you.
For as little as $1, you can help Cooking with Drag Queens continue. Join our world of fun and see exclusive behind-the-scenes raw footage. Perfect! And ignite your creativity.
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
Visit cookingwithdragqueens.com.
Chicken Kiev is one of those dishes that used to pop up on the menus of some of the finest restaurants in the world, but eventually became mass-produced and turned into a convenience food served at school cafeterias or summer camp.
In the 1970s, it seemed like every TV sitcom housewife made Chicken Kiev for dinner to impress her husband's boss. Eventually, the dish fell out of fashion, but even today, who can resist a fillet of chicken stuffed with herb garlic butter? It makes its own sauce.
Out of butter. Joining us today to make Chicken Kiev great again is Muffy Fishbasket, the crafty queen who started a fire on the debut season of Camp Wannakiki, the reality series where 8 drag queens in the middle of the woods compete to become queen of camp.
Hi, how are you? Muffy Fishbasket here. Are you not entertained? I started drag in college. I was always cast as the cross-gender because I was the only gay one in the department, in a theater department. So then when I moved to Chicago, I had a theater company with a couple friends, and eventually we wrote a show called Annie-Pocalypse, which was the post-apocalyptic version of Little Orphan Annie. Hard Knock Life became It's a Hard Cock Life for us. Duh. I mean, it's like an easy transition. It just works. My character was the Pepper character, and one of the other writers got her name wrong and thought her name was Buffy, so he named the character Muffy, and that's where that started. Fishbasket comes from a bartender in Boys Town that said, I drank like a fish and I was so gay I looked like I should be carrying a basket. In my home now, I will cook if my husband isn't around because his passion is cooking. My favorite meal to serve is Grubhub.
Please welcome to Cooking with Drag Queens, Muffy Fishbasket.
Yay! Hi. How are you? How are you? Mwah. I brought her dirt.
Oh, you brought me. We have to toast those.
I'm not very good at cooking. That's why I'm here.
Muffy, you like to go camping, obviously.
I do like to go camping.
Did you actually earn any of these badges?
I did. I can't really see them over my boobs anymore. But over here we have one for flower design. And over here we have one for mind reading.
Ooh.
Yes. Over here we have one for espionage.
Ooh.
Yes. Crank calls. Money laundering. My nipple.
That's witchcraft.
Well,
listen,
crazy.
We are going to make you a s'mores cocktail.
Oh my God,
today.
I
It's
can't
gonna be
wait.
So exciting.
Because
Good
I don't
and
think
delicious.
like anything when you go camping, marshmallows, toasted marshmallows, graham crackers, and chocolate is essential, right? It's
Right,
like-
and vodka.
and lots of
So,
booze.
I mean, right, you want to carry that in with you.
So first what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna decorate our cups. We have some marshmallow fluff,
Yeah.
so we're gonna cheat a little bit. And what I like to do is you put a little bit on the bottom and then you kind of like draw it up to the sides because this is gonna get filled with chocolate. And then you can also do along the edges.
Along
this.
the rim.
Along the rim. Are you good at rimming things? Are you?
No, God.
And then you can dip in some chocolate
Okay,
so you got your s'mores. Isn't that fun? And then look at that. Look at this, girl.
Okay, see, now,
no,
now it looks pretty.
So that's one. So now you do one, right?
Okay.
All around the edge.
Around
nice.
the rim.
Very nice.
I swear to God, I'm the only bottom drag queen in the world. This is why I don't know these things. I don't
And
understand.
then dip.
Always, you want to, when you're putting it in the brown, you want to make sure you go front to back. It's important.
Okay, and then get some
the
of that on
chunks.
there. The chunks. Get the edges. Rustic.
That's really nice.
Oh my God, you
Oh,
did such
look
a
at
great
that.
job.
Now you
Ooh.
don't want to put too much of it because it starts falling off.
Yeah.
So you're gonna find yourself about a 60-ounce glass pitcher. It's really good, and a hand blender. You can also use a regular blender, but
Would
I
this
prefer
be
using
an immersion blender.
an immersion blender.
Yes.
Yes. So you're gonna start off by putting about 2 ounces of melted semi-sweet chocolate. Where's that?
2 ounces, you say?
In there. Yep.
I'd say 1, 2.
You just eyeballed that.
Little, maybe, let's just do a little extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want it chocolatey.
You want chocolate.
And then about a cup of vodka.
And this one's just for me.
Yeah.
Let's go here.
Oh, you keep that. Oh, I usually take that little guard off.
What card?
This thing.
No protection.
Is that a cup?
Okay, throw that in there. And then
Careful,
about
don't get
half
that
a
on me, it'll
cup
get my
of
stains
chocolate
out.
liqueur.
Half a cup of chocolate liqueur.
And the reason I'm using cups is because if you're making like for a group of people, it's like measuring all those little shots takes a lot of time.
yeah.
And then what about a quarter cup of a coffee liqueur? Because you know,
Yeah.
the
little
coffee liqueur,
bitter.
it brings out that chocolatey flavor, right?
And then you're gonna throw in some ice, about 4 cups of crushed ice.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna get my
And she
hands
washed
in
her
there.
hands beforehand, so.
Before all that rimming.
I have no need to.
Putting your hands in
hands
ice equals washing your hands.
And now you're gonna blend it, because then we're gonna stick ice cream afterwards.
Let's do it.
You're the man.
Do it,
All right,
girl.
I'll do it.
There you go.
Can't we just go to Sonic and get that crushed ice and just throw that in there?
Well, you know, you could go to Wendy's and order yourself like a Frosty
Oh,
and throw a
Frosty,
shot
just
of vodka in there.
Now the ice cream?
Yeah.
You know, we could just put some corn syrup in there. That usually thickens things
Well,
up.
because
Cornstarch.
you don't want it too sweet, though.
That's true.
We made it like 4 or 5 of these, and it's like the ice kind of thickens it and cools it down.
How do you not have a hangover?
Moderation.
Dirty words.
So while your friend is,
scared.
I'm just gonna mix that up.
Oh God.
I will continue doing this.
Yeah, you-
Why don't you guys make the decorations?
Oh.
So in order to garnish, you want to have this dish fully loaded.
Okay.
You're gonna find yourself some
Is this like a Bloody Mary
marshmallows.
sort of thing?
Yeah, it's like a Bloody Mary, but you know,
Right,
made
where
with
am I
candy.
putting it? Over here?
You want to start off with a little bit of a Reese's peanut butter cup because I
Just
find
a
that
little
kind of
base, little.
it adds a little stability. And then just kind of alternate with
I don't know
marshmallow.
what these are, but we're gonna have to drill into this.
This is a Twix, so it has a bit of
Wow.
a cookie in there. Do you like to make money? We all do.
Right.
Well,
Ooh,
the next
those
5
are-
minutes, we're going to show you how to make the most delicious s'mores
my God, that
cocktail
looks amazing.
you've ever seen. There you go, honey. Yes, all the way to the top, honey. Mama's thirsty. And then you're going to drizzle a little bit of chocolate on top.
Do we want this on?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Oh, my God,
Just a little bit
sorry.
on top. And then you get the little marshmallows to float on top. And then you stick your
Oh, look at that.
extra plus size straw and your garnish. And there is your s'mores cocktail fully loaded.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Honey.
Girl, I'm gonna need a nap.
How is that?
That's really tasty. Like for real, that's like really good.
And you can,
You
you
gotta
know,
be careful with that ice because you're gonna get a headache.
I think you could serve these like in a summer camp buffet, like the way you do the Bloody Marys.
These are gonna be like season 2.
I know.
Oh God.
Oh, these are good.
Well, Muffy, I want to thank you so much for coming today. I'm just going to sit in a dark corner in the woods and drink my s'mores cocktail because I like to be drunk. Because I'm a bear.
And in nature.
I'm just gonna take all this stuff and sit in the corner and cry while I eat it. Hi kids, I'm Muffy Fishbasket, and this is Storytime with Drag Queens. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Are we ready? Okay. This day in June, parade starts soon. Rainbow arches, joyful marches. So I do Storytime with Drag Queens in Chicago. It's always fun and the kids enjoy it. Can you do a turn? Yes! And we get such a wide range and diverse type of people and families. Can you tell me about the colors? I love it. And pink. And then you gave me blue tights. I love it. I'd wear this. I really would. Can I have a high five? Thank you. I think the parents are really excited to open up their kids to different types of people and everything. But what I really think it is that a lot of these parents used to go to drag shows and now they have kids and they can't go out late at night. So this is their drag show. They get to come see drag queens and then go home and drink.
You have a wig.
No, it's my real hair.
That's my sister.
In every Puerto Rican household, you need one of these, a mortar and pestle, or we call it a pilon. And the reason these are so fantastic is you can make the most delicious herb garlic butter that you can put on anything, honey. So we're gonna show you how to make herb garlic butter in a pilon, in a mortar and pestle. So you're gonna take 2 cloves of garlic with with everything on, and you're just gonna crush it to get the skin off, and then you pull it out.
Yeah.
So
So
over
I
here-
usually do that with the side of the knife.
You
But
can do
this
that
is, so
too.
It's but this way it's all. Wait, let's get that skin out.
Yeah, I get that. There you go, honey. So then you're gonna use the wide part of this and start crushing it.
Okay.
And I'll put it in about 1/8 of a teaspoon of kosher salt.
Sea salt.
Sea salt, kosher sea salt. Is sea salt not kosher?
I think it'd be pretty kosher. Hold on, we got some more.
God made the ocean.
As long as it's blessed, it's kosher.
And so you're gonna crush this, and a lot of people kind of twist it. Here, let me show you the Puerto Rican trick. Is you just pull it towards yourself, and you just tell that person that fucked you over that you're gonna take it no more, like that.
It's working out the aggressions.
Just take out your hanger into the hole.
Pretend it's a Boy Scout drag train.
And so we're gonna throw some black pepper in there. Yes, honey, don't that look good?
Tasty.
And then we're gonna put about 4 tablespoons of parsley in there.
Okay.
And about half a tablespoon of tarragon.
Fresh
Fresh tarragon. And tarragon's nice because it almost has a little bit of a citrus taste. And then over there we've got some lemon. Fausto grate a little bit of that
Keep
lemon
going.
in there.
Keep going, girl.
And like Fausto showed you,
Are we
like,
getting it to
pull
a paste?
towards yourself. Yeah, you're getting
Okay.
it to a paste. You know what I mean?
Let me just get in there. And we're just gonna put a couple of zesty little pieces.
Zesty.
Is that enough?
It's like pledge.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, and then we cut this in half. So half a lemon.
Yep. And then we're also gonna add a little bit of crushed red pepper.
Ooh, yum.
Okay, and you're gonna keep crushing it, keep
Okay.
moving, keep talking.
Okay.
Let's add the butter to this.
This is how you know it's ready. You got yourself some crackers,
Oh.
and you just put a little bit on it.
And taste it?
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, no, I'm getting my own.
You know what I mean?
No, I want you to feed yourself. I'm gonna first get all this off the rim.
I'll take one.
Okay.
It's like garlic herb butter. So now you're gonna scoop all that stuff out
Oh my god, it's so tasty.
and throw it in. You're gonna make a little sausage of butter onto a piece of saran wrap there.
We get our utensil for that.
Yeah, baby. Scrape that out.
All right.
Oh, scrape that butter, man. Don't waste it.
I'm getting it.
So Fausto, you're gonna show her your little technique, right?
Yeah, I want to see how you make this
What?
log.
So now,
Yummy.
all you gotta do is gonna just shake it in there, and you're just gonna roll yourself
Look at you.
a little log.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna spin it,
Oh,
and there's your log.
Isn't that a little cutie
oh
little
my
thing?
god.
And you fold it in together, stick that in the fridge. You know what I'm saying? You got that.
And then
you got
you
that
got-
up
you
close
got-
there, honey,
got
right there.
herb
You
butter.
stick that in the fridge, and you're gonna have some good shit. Muffy, it's hard now.
Oh.
I get things hard really fast.
You did that quick.
Yeah.
Just pop it in the freezer and it's ready to go. So that's gonna be our stuffing for our chicken.
This is the butter.
Kiev.
Yes.
And when we after everything's cooked and done, that's going to be melted. And it's going to pop out and it's just going to ooze.
Now, does it just melt inside of it?
No, it's going to melt inside, and then when you cut into it, it's going to go everywhere.
I like that.
That is not the way it looked like when we had it at camp.
You can do it with a whole chicken breast, but I like it petite and smaller. And so, also too, when they developed this recipe, chickens were smaller.
Yeah.
We've done a lot to our
We've done a
chickens.
lot of
When I was a
things.
little kid, chicken breasts were like this big.
Yes.
You know, now they're huge. Now,
So I don't use this part.
You want saran wrap on the top and on the bottom. Bottom because it's
Okay.
going to come in later on. It's going to play in later. And then on top, this is going to keep it from spraying on you. Now, have you pounded your meat before?
I have had saran wrap on my tops and my bottoms.
Okay.
But
Good for you.
Yes. Well, you know, you gotta be protected.
But be gentle, gentle.
You said small.
So if you go a little slower, you get the chicken to spread out more.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what
now,
you're saying.
Fausto, get your butter ready.
Oh, so we're gonna cut this butter. We're gonna make 8 for these. So we're gonna cut this butter. We're gonna unroll it. Look how gorgeous
should go
that
more?
is. Zoom in on this,
Yes,
Chris.
right
More?
Yeah.
Is this not the most beautiful thing in the world? Is a
don't
herb
get any
garlic
holes.
butter log.
Okay.
You can put this anywhere and you will have flavor. So I'm gonna cut this in half, which is 2, and then we cut it in 2, and that's 4. My job here's done.
And I think that this is nice and pounded. So what you're going to want to do now
Look how pretty that is.
you're going to fill that up.
So a lot of people, they just kind of roll it up like,
Okay.
like that. You wanna roll it up like an egg roll or burrito
Okay.
from the sides. All right, can you see that? Are you getting this? Yes, it's getting good. So here it is, and then use the saran wrap to then pick up the sides. And once again, we're gonna use the saran wrap to create a little,
Oh my God, look how clever.
you twist it, and there is your chicken little golden magic orb of love.
And then we're going to put these into the freezer for 30 minutes. Now what that does is it keeps everything cold. It makes the chicken hold its shape for our next process.
And it kind of puts the butter and the chicken at the same temperature.
And so yes.
Okay.
Well, and so the butter stays cold, and so when it goes in the oven, that's when it melts.
Got
you
it.
can also do these the day before.
Yes.
Okay.
Keep going with that one.
All right.
Look at you. So Muffy,
Yeah.
you're a married woman,
I'm not.
or out of drag you are,
Yes.
and you've been dressing up in drag for a long time.
I have. I just realized the other day, and I might have to put them out eventually. I just realized the other day, way before YouTube, friends and I, when we were poor, it was right after high school, we had our first apartment together, and we would videotape each other in drag, dancing
what
around
year
for
was
like.
this?
It was.
They had video cameras back then?
After high school. Well, I mean, it was more of a kinetoscope.
So then you're gonna try wrapping this.
Okay.
And so
That's a lot of
it doesn't.
butter.
There really is no rule. Just make sure that the butter isn't showing.
Got it.
And then you want a smooth, pretty side to the bottom, and you're gonna pick this up on the edges.
There we go. It's just slippery.
You got it. And you're just gonna make a little ball and turn it around. And then you're gonna squeeze the air out with the saran wrap. Lovely.
This
Look at
one
the
can be
good you
rolled.
do.
Yes.
Ta-da!
Good job. You get a taste of salmonella.
So let's take these 4 and we're
Okay.
gonna put them in the fridge
For
okay.
half an hour.
for half an hour in the freezer.
in the freezer, and then we'll work on our other stuff.
Okay.
Hi everybody, welcome to my kitchen. Over here we have the only feature that anybody cares about are these bar stools. Oh, time to eat. This is the lunch I like to have. Just a quick little bite. One of the most important things to keep in your freezer for when company comes over is gin and Krispy Kremes. Up here's their snack cupboard. It's pretty bare right now. It's been a heavy period. Oh, hi. This is my tricky trade room. How you do? And my shoes. Okay, so these are my closets of drags. Oh, here's the first dress I ever made. I still wear it every once in a while. It's not cute, but it works. It's basically a tube of fabric, and then I added some sleeves to it. That's pretty much it. But stretchy fabric, always the best. It'll form fit to you. I'm sorry. Miss Fishbasket is full today. That's all.
So we're getting our breading station ready here. I've got a little flour. We're gonna season that a little bit. Put some paprika in there, some salt, and also some pepper. So now that this has been in the freezer, it's gotten a little harder, so it's kind of stiff, and you're gonna take its own shape. There you
Look
go.
at that.
And I don't want to handle it too much because I don't want it to
Fancy.
thaw in my hand. And then get it all covered in flour, because if you don't have flour on it, and you want to get it into those little crevices
And
too.
really whip this really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So do you know how to egg things?
No, I don't. Teach me.
What? You've never done fried
Well, I
anything?
probably have, but
So then
I've probably done it wrong.
Just kind of, flip it around like
Okay.
that.
This is really kind of gross.
But be careful because
And make
it'll
sure that-
stall farley apart on you. if
And
you
make
just-
sure that every part that has flour is covered.
Okay, I think we got it.
And then pass it off to Fausto, and he will panko it.
put it in.
Okay. Now,
Isn't
does
that
this
amazing?
usually take 3 people?
No, you
No.
could do it. You could. What you would do
Listen.
in order to get your hands from getting dirty is use one hand to be the wet one and the other one to be the dry one.
You know. And I'm going to hand this off to you,
Okay.
and you're going to egg it.
Eggo.
So, Muffy, of all the challenges that you were
Yes.
given on Camp Wannakiki, what was the hardest for you? Like, do you feel, oh God, they're gonna send me home? Or I guess you seem pretty confident to me.
I just, you know what?
You know?
The whole thing was just, oh, sorry, I'm doing your job.
Oh, it's okay.
The whole thing was just
Following
fun.
instructions was hard for you.
Yes, that was. I'm not very good at that. The whole thing was just
Yeah.
fun, and it wasn't even. I don't want to say it wasn't about a competition because you know
Yeah.
it's there. God, I don't know. Like competition wise, I would say probably the one that I was the most, and this is the talent show wise.
Intimidated by it.
I would say the when we did the talent show and it was the animal look. That was the one that I was the most scared about. By the end of the week, I think we were all like really stressed out. I actually left at one point and started crying.
Really?
It was really stressful. It was, but yeah.
Why were you crying? Were you crying
It was
because you were
just-
disappointed?
Because
or
I was
you
in
just-
direct for 21 hours and my dick hurt.
So so you were waking up at the crack of dawn and dressing up in drag.
Yes, we would get up at 5:30 every morning. And
While I
go
slept
Well,
in.
it is camp.
Yeah, yeah.
Camp Wannakiki is the future of drag. That's what I like to say. It's the newest drag reality show, and it's called Camp Wannakiki, Camping is a Drag. And the producers dropped 8 of Midwest's campiest drag queens at a summer camp. And we had to do all the summer camp activities that you can think of. We did canoeing, archery, and different things, but we had to compete against each other.
Really, the thing is I just want people to know what I look like when I'm on the cruise after I win.
All the girls, I call them my campfire queens, we really bonded, and it was a lovely experience. It was like one of the best experiences that I've ever had. And right away, like one of the first challenges that we did, we were just cheering each other on. I mean, it was a competition and we knew that, but it was just fun.
I'm just here for the free drinks.
But one of the funniest things that happened was, and the very last day after all the filming was done, we all went down to the lake and we went swimming in drag. I was in a bodysuit, but they pixelated it so it looks like I'm naked and running around in the woods. I felt that it was the culmination of everything that I've been doing, but it also made me realize that sometimes some of the things that I think that I'm going way out there with aren't as original as I thought they were, because somebody else can easily think of these things.
The time has come for you to deep fry for your life.
Oh my goodness, this is a very well-seasoned pot. It has seen some things.
I'm going to put 2 of these in at a time.
Okay.
So what I said about you was that Muffy Fishbasket uses everything and the kitchen sink.
I do
And
whatever. Yep.
Normally, too much is too much, but with Muffy, we can never get enough.
Girl, it's Camp Queens, girl. You gotta add everything. I got a fucking basket on my head. Like, so yeah, no. Camp,
Why do you have a basket on your head?
because this was gonna be Yogi, you were gonna be the ranger, and I was like, well, I'll be the picnic basket thing.
Did you expect us to eat you?
Mm-mm.
I see you have cockroaches all over your... Oh, those are
No,
ants.
they're ants. And
Your
this was-
basket has bugs in it.
Well, it's a picnic.
Yeah, and so
Yes.
the idea of this is just to get it to
Crisp it
brown,
up.
to crisp it up.
I'd say that looks good, right?
Yeah, because in
that's
the oven,
really pretty.
we're gonna put it in a 400-degree oven.
Oh, so you're
For
cooking
20
it
minutes,
afterwards.
yeah.
You're
Oh,
not
yeah.
cooking- Oh, okay.
So we're
I
putting
like
this-
a good raw chicken.
No, you don't.
Raw bacon's really good too.
And see
Those
the-
French, they like their raw meat.
Do you see any butter spilling? Do you?
No,
Don't see
it's,
any butter
no, it's
spilling?
really good. No.
I think it's good.
Yeah, no, it totally sealed it up.
The hardest thing I think for me was to trying to not get into the RuPaul's Drag Race trope.
Yes.
And part of it is because we're so used to watching that show that when we finally find ourselves in those situation, we start getting into role playing of things we've already seen.
And that was
Right.
something I said in the very beginning was, and the girls and I talked about it, is like we had to train our audience to realize that pretty isn't necessarily the winner.
No,
Because that's not what we're doing.
Yeah.
I think you're about.
Because you would, how would you ever?
goes again.
How would you ever win that contest?
She's going to do real well. But it was
I'm
really
just Grab that basket, girls.
So can
Put
you
'em
just use your hand to grab
No,
the-
that's what you're gonna do in a second. It's bobbing for me. Go.
my face.
Muffy Fishbasket's act is a variety of different things, and I think it depends on where she is. I prefer to describe it as somebody else described it, as a mix of Madeline Kahn and Mae West Camp. She sings live, she lip syncs, she gets up on aerials. I can do trapeze, lyra, and silks. And I also do Barbra Streisand. I mean, come on, with this nose, you gotta. A good drag queen entertains, number one, and makes people laugh, number two.
So, growing up in Toledo, Ohio, I went to 12 years of Catholic school. This is what happens.
I always tried to make Muffy self-deprecating, but she didn't realize that she was. And I think that's the freedom that a lot of queens find with their persona. And I always encourage drag queens, young and seasoned, to always find that character, like what your character is, and then draw from there. And it can change as you go on, but if you have that solid base of what your character is and your type is, I think you can do a lot with that.
Well, let's go.
All right, am I cutting now?
Yes,
All
we're gonna
right.
make supper. My supper dish wish.
Succotash, wish,
My
succotash.
what is it? My supper dish. My succotash wish. Tell us what your strategy here for peeling this onion.
Well, you got to get the first couple layers out, because
So you're peeling the onion, and
I
so
am.
so guys at home, you want to not avoid doing that because this is going to make you cry,
you're gonna, yeah.
and
there we go.
and you don't want to watch a drag queen cry.
So how am I cutting
You're
this?
dicing it.
Okay.
RuPaul was upset that what?
So I swear to God, it was you.
I wasn't
You know,
me. It wasn't
you know
me.
all the dirt on everybody.
I know a lot about history and education, and that's not gossip. To be educated
Here
and
she
knowledgeable
goes.
is not gossiping. That's like saying like an art historian is a gossip queen about painting.
Well, they are.
Take some of these bigger chunks out and start.
Okay.
She's doing a great job. You gotta
Oh, yeah.
encourage them.
Yeah.
Just make sure that all your fingers stay on your hands.
Yes.
Don't repress my creative expression.
Yes, ma'am. So you're throwing those onions in there.
Why don't you cut a little bit of this jalapeno?
So
I don't think we're gonna
let's
use all
not
the
have her
jalapeno.
do that
No.
because she's gonna start crying, right?
Oh, I'm already there.
So this is the jalapeno pepper. So here's the secret to chopping up a jalapeno pepper is you want to take those seeds out before you start dicing it.
And you want to get rid of that rib.
And
Is
so
this
we're
a
gonna
Puerto Rican trick?
no,
from
actually,
Puerto Rico?
this is a Texarican. I actually learned how to do this living in Austin, Texas. So notice that I'm holding this with my hands, but it's not burning because the hot spot stuff is over there.
Oh.
So I
Are we
think-
putting this in there?
Yeah, throw it in there.
All right.
And throw in that
Edamame, squash.
squash, yes.
I thought it was cheese. I'm a little disappointed.
So the reason we want to
It
put the
did look like
squash,
cheese, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. So what makes a succotash a succotash?
So a succotash contains 3 Native American foods.
Okay.
So it has corn, which is native, squash, and then beans. Now we're actually using edamame.
Japanese.
not
style.
very Native American.
But it's still beans,
I
right?
mean, maybe. There was a land bridge. They could have traded.
So this is my homemade chicken broth.
Ooh.
And this adds a lot of flavor to it too, and that'll help cook it.
So this is kind of like a cream corn, but instead of cream, it's chicken broth and other vegetables.
And then I'll add some butter to it to finish it off.
Now, would you serve the chicken on top of that or just side?
On the side.
Okay.
But what I also have, and what I made ahead of time, is duchesse potatoes.
douche.
Love a good douche.
Duchesse.
Hey, everybody, I didn't see you there. Muffy Fishbasket here with Cooking with Drag Queens. Amazing show. I hope you've watched season 1 and 2. Look at these buns. Candy lips. Oh my God, stop by cookingwithdragqueens.com, donate some money, check out their videos, they're amazing. It's gonna be a wonderful, wonderful season coming up. All of it served up at cookingwithdragqueens.com.
Fish basket!
And here's the Dutch's potatoes.
Oh, look how pretty.
It's a little side dish.
And here is some succotash with butternut squash, edamame, and corn, and jalapeno pepper.
Ooh.
And the lovely chicken Kiev.
Oh my goodness.
Do we want to plate
It's
it?
rustic.
Am I playing mother?
You're playing mama.
Okay.
Pastor, why don't you go ahead and salt those too? Those things are really good when they're salted.
Put a little bit of salt on the outside. The salt kind of melts in there. And you can do this even before you start baking it.
That's hot.
Are those hot?
Metal conducts electricity and heat. Oh, we'll do it.
That looks so good.
Look at that.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
So this is chicken Kiev with Dutch's potatoes, Duchesse potatoes, and succotash with butternut squash, edamame, and
Can we just call it
corn.
Succotash Wish?
So let's cut it up. Let's see if we can
Okay,
do this.
so-
I'm gonna try to do this in front of the
So you
camera.
tell me to. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is so much
Ooh, how's
prettier
that?
than.
Oh,
Oh,
my
look at
God.
that.
It's oh yeah.
Look
See
at
the
baby.
butter
that.
come out
Oh
of
my
your plate?
God. Look at that butter.
Look at that butter come out.
Oh my God.
It's so good.
That is really tasty.
They used to have in some restaurants, they would tell you, like, give you directions on how not to get butter squirted on you. Could you imagine?
So these Duchesse potatoes, if you guys want the recipe, you can go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/feastofun, and you can access Mark's recipe for just $1.
Oh my God, it's so much better than camp. That was, yeah.
Do you think you'd be able to make this for your man or your man?
Probably not.
No?
Maybe once I go and get your recipe.
Okay.
Well, Muffy, we have a special treat for you. A
Yay.
medal
Oh my God.
to Muffy Fishbasket, a medal of honor and distinction.
gosh.
The crafty queen who flies through the air with the greatest of
Oh,
ease.
I do what I can. Thank you. I love this.
Just make sure it doesn't hit the microphone there.
Oh, okay.
No, here, just put it to the side there.
Just hang her
There
from
you go.
I love a good choker.
Muffy, thank you so much
Thank
for
you. Thank
coming
you,
and
guys.
cooking with us
Thank
on
you
this
for
journey.
inviting me. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I want to say to you,
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Or maybe. Congratulations on being on the show.
Yay! On Feast of Fun.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yes.
You know, a lot of drag queens, we have a very high batting average
Yeah.
for drag queens like building careers after they've come on the show. Maybe you might be America's next queen of camp.
Yeah.
Maybe.
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 Maybe
or
you
see.
already are.
Maybe.
Maybe you already are. Remember, folks, if you can't cook for yourself, how the hell are you going to cook for somebody else?
Can I get a bon appetit up in here?
Bon
appetit.
appetit. Hi.
Oh my God.
That is good. Can I borrow some of that $5,000 you won?
Yeah.
To that one person out there watching this or watching the show or is inspired but scared, find a way to be yourself. That's the one thing that I can say. I think it's important that you are true to yourself by tucking your dick and putting on women's clothing to be someone else.